So let's go back a week before that with one and Mikey and Musimeshi like that. Man, that was a pretty sick triangle setup,
bro.
What I mean? He didn't finish the triangle, but that straight armbar, like shotgun style armbar, like that. Man, just talk about just being, thinking out the box and like that.
That kid has some great transitions, bro. Mm-hmm. He's got super smooth.
He's always on the attack. Always on the attack.
Super smooth transitions, and he got because let's see, when he first locked up the triangle. Wasn't his head like hanging off the ring or something? Like,
freaking. But I don't think he was in a bad position.
No, he wasn't. It was just like he was just. Yeah. It's just an awkward position. Yeah. He was like, nah.
And
welcome to Between My Legs.
Yeah, and like I don't even know the guy he's fighting, but he was a real tough wrestler. He said he was just gonna stay on his feet and wrestle Mikey to death and stuff like that. When he got caught in there, he was doing a real good job on not getting that elbow across his face.
Jared Brooks.
Yeah. And I think it was just obviously that's why he's a multiple world champ and everything. Freaking, and he is who he is. He locked up that freaking that shotgun style armbar and just cranked the shit out of that. Man, he was just forced to tap, and I was like, man, things like that. When I see that, like, I love seeing on the fly adjustments like that.
Yeah.
Because you know what, he did do nothing super crazy, like that, and it was so practical. It's like, what, anybody can implement that in their game. And next time when they catch yourself with someone that's in a triangle that's very tough to get the arm across and finish, like that, and they can't get their hips out and cut the angle on the triangle and things like that.
Here's a good option.
It is. I love seeing options like that, go-to options like that, because a lot of people tend to forget, what they have in front of them, or that other opposite arm too.
Right.
I'm starting to see a lot of attacks with that outside hand. I have the triangle, but they're attacking the out, and stuff like that.
Theon went for that like Tarika Plata or whatever that new fancy shoulder lock Plata is. Mm-hmm. Right at the end of the match.
I like it. I like it a lot. It gives the top guy a big false sense of security. They're like, oh, I'm stacking them and I'm about to freaking turn the corner and pass, to side control. And yeah, like that pressure, and it's such a weird pressure on your shoulder. You know what I mean? Like that, and like the more you force that pass,
then goes no.
Yeah. She's been caught in it. she's been caught in it. Yeah.
Here I go, think I'm about to.
Yeah. No, and it's just such a man. Like and then like it's almost at a point where it's scary, because you know what, you're doing it to yourself, and and like that, and like you're really forcing that side control pass, that stack pass, and you're doing it to yourself, and you don't know it until you start to pop your head out, and you're like, what I mean? It's just like, I'm about to pop my shoulder out and I need a tap now. What I mean? Yeah, it's a weird thing, like that. Ty, what you think about his? That's another guy just so relentless on attacks and stuff like that, and it was a little controversy on that one. Because like, okay,
that dude tapped, bro. That dude got tapped twice in 20 seconds. 100%.
Yeah. All right, because it was a belly down heel hook. All right, and like, I'm not gonna lie, like it was like just that. It wasn't like it wasn't multiple taps, that.
Right.
And so in a row, you would stop. But like, this is a championship fight with money and bonus money and stuff like that. You kind of want to see the multiples, like that. And that didn't happen. So, but hey, Ty being a true competitor, he didn't hear no bell ring. He didn't hear no ref coming in or like that. He jumped on his back,
jumped right back out and
finished the rear naked. So, and that goes to show you, right?
Yeah. I think the dude did that because he was like,
they call that the Brazilian tap.
He was like, I can make it stop, and the ref will just start us over. And I think he was like, oh god,
good on freaking just being aware.
Yep.
What I mean? Like that on Ty and stuff like that. He didn't hear no bell. The ref wasn't in, looking at each other kind of stupid. He jumped on that net quick, put the hooks in, and finished the rear naked. He made sure he won that bell.
When they were sitting there and he stopped. And then, dude's looking at Ty. The ref is like right over his shoulder. They're all just sitting there looking at each other. And then he was like, all right. And just jumped right back in on him, which
Nah, good on him. Good on him. You know what I mean? Do not leave it to the judges. Like that. And that's right there, prime example. So if y'all didn't see that match,
it's hard though because part of you says, the gentleman in you says, the dude tap, let it go. Yeah. But then the other part of you is like, hey, money on the ref didn't stop it. All right, keep going. Yeah.
If this is a Saturday at grappling game or something, okay,
right, whatever.
We can restart or something. Nah, this is thousands of dollars and the band.
Submission of the night bonus.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Your ankle might be broke if you don't tap for real.
Well, you know, I've always had the feeling or belief that, like, once you get it and you think the person taps, you just don't have to move anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have to let it go. Yeah. But I don't have to. Yeah. I don't have to continue to crank it. I can just
start
freeze.
Slow, steady, just like that until you really they break it. Yeah, no, I get it. That's where the gentleman comes in. You don't rip the shit out of it like, what's so that one heavyweight
that one guy
belt that broke like a ton of fucking ankles and stuff like that. And he even calls himself that, like the ankle slayer or some shit like that. And then he started running into other guys that did the same shit to him. And
well, there was a big
don't be a dick.
There was a big controversy once with Johnny Grippo and a heel hook.
Yeah.
And
he's nasty, bro. He can be a little savage with that shit.
Bro, I've seen but the thing is, it's quick. Yeah. So you have to go in and grab it, and he just grabbed it. I don't think it was dirty. It didn't see. I mean, I roll with Johnny. Like, I don't think it was dirty. It's just like, this is a heel hook. Like, I need to grab it, and it's a quick. If I miss, and he grabbed it, then the guy was all pissed. He was like, bro,
it was there.
If you're like Rafael Palomaro or something like that,
right?
Don't be a guy like him.
Right.
I mean? That dude, man, he like multiple times. He got kicked out of UFC and he got kicked out of Bellator. He's banned for life. He's never gonna fight in those things like that because in both of those shows, he's freaking caught his thing was a heel hook. Yeah, and even the ref is like fucking yanking him and stuff like that, and he held on.
He's holding it.
Held on like 30 seconds way past the time, and like that, and he's permanently banned from those.
Yeah, he's dangerous, dude.
Like that,
But you don't have to do that.
Yeah. No.
But so Rug and Buchecha.
Is he coming back?
Bro.
Hey, you know what,
see that
man?
match, bro?
Yeah, man. You know what? This right here is a great lesson for him to learn from. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think he met his match as freaking overall, like that. I just felt that this guy had a real good game plan. Was real aggressive to not get taken to the ground.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, he
good
did.
Sprawls.
Yeah.
Very good sprawl.
You can obviously tell you that you know what, I'm gonna stay away from this dude's legs. He probably worked a lot of just kicking out and sprawls, out of the guard game. He did not want to get caught in that like that. And then he put himself in situations where he was able to ground and pound. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that. And again, what did we cover on last episode? Right? The fastest way you get someone off your ankles and stuff like that. Hammer, fist, and hooks. Yep. Yes. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was just super relentless. You know what I mean?
But so this second round, never forget this. This was embarrassing, actually. Second round, bro. Buchecha goes, I'm going to win by armbar. And he, in the second round, when he gets control, he's got control of the guy. He's going to his back. And he goes for that terrible armbar, bro.
Tired.
It was like day one armbar. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah. Freaking but he finished strong though. He did finish strong, not knowing that that he's not a striker and stuff like that. And then he at the very end of the fight, he was standing and banging.
He was,
yeah, you know what I mean,
because he was losing.
Hey, it's not like he went to his go-to and try to do another sloppy takedown for.
Well, he had the one time in round 3 he had the dude's back. Yeah, and then he just kind of like he just got off.
Bro, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When you're in there, you're actually in there, and your freaking hands feel like 1,000 pounds, like the gloves, or you just have cement gloves on. That's exactly what you feel like, man. And your freaking forearms are just pumped
full of blood,
like that. Hey, good luck trying to finish something, you know, like that, and you're just overstimulated, you know, from just the fight itself, and your adrenaline is at an all-time high, you know. And so like that, I think right now, like, you know, even though this is his first loss, like I think it's gonna be a great, you know, tool for him to learn from.
First time out of the first round.
Yeah, you know, and so, and you know,
first time out of the first round, first time without a finish. Mm-hmm. At the like now, like
can't be 100%, you know, like, for your whole career.
But now it's like okay, so so really, because that's the thing with mixed martial arts, like there are people here that can punch, and have no desire to go to the ground, like they just want to hit you.
They have a good sprawl, or they can really just clear their legs in their, you know, in guard and stuff like that, and you know, freaking force you to stand to your feet. You know what I mean?
They know what you do, and they're like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm just not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've seen that happened a couple of times in the UFC where a guy will go. We've seen guys against Nick and Nate Diaz, like they'll be on the ground. Anderson Silva, that famous video of him laying on his back, and the dude just looking at him like, get up. I'm like, no, you come down here. No, I'm not going down there to play with you. Come on up here, let's fight.
You know, you know the ones that, you know, ego driven and it's like that, and I'm gonna beat him at his game. Nah, you know, you're gonna lose at his game. You know, the ones that are smart, and maybe it's boring. You know, like take someone like GSP. You know, like that. Mm-hmm. You know, he made sure to always freaking he studied you, and then made sure that, you know what, I'm gonna beat him at his weaknesses, and I'm gonna make sure to try to keep up with him with his strengths. And a lot of times towards the end of his career, you know, while he was a champion and winning multiple you know, title defenses and stuff like that, it was boring. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But again, these are the best of the best. You're not gonna have 100% knockouts or finish rates and stuff at this point of your career.